You ready?
All right, I'm ready.
This is so cool. Guess what, y'all? We came to visit Tennessee, and it's like we're on a whole nother planet. It's been so amazing. So we found a house.
Uh-oh.
And we bought it.
Did you do the deed?
We bought it.
The dirty deed? You pulled the trigger on a house?
Sure did.
Oh my goodness.
We fell in love with this place.
So look at this cute little mailbox.
This is the house we bought. What do you mean, mailbox?
Oh. Oh. How are we going to fit in that?
I don't know. Y'all want to come inside?
Yeah, let's check it out.
Here we go. So Brett was looking for a property with a workshop, and he found it.
Yeah.
So never mind this huge mess we got going on right now, because we have a lot going on, obviously.
Literally signed for the house yesterday. So
everything has been like crazy.
So here's the space. Never mind the mess. But it's a nice space. 30 by 39. And the opening is not going to allow for the RV to get in here, but we've already made arrangements to have this door raised, and they're going to put on a roll-up door and raise it 2 feet. So it'll be 12 feet tall, and we'll be able to fit in it. So winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah. I mean, I see we can have a lot of projects to do around here, but in the end, it's going to be...
I want to show you some other attributes of this property. Like, there's some really cool stuff. So we are in a lake community.
And there's deer on the property.
And people were in the chat saying, I would never buy in an HOA. Well, it depends. This is an HOA, but guess what? You don't have to sign up. It's not mandatory. The HOA merely gives you access to a private boat ramp, and it's got a little boat dock slip. Not a slip, but it's not like a marina slip, but it's a boat dock launch and a boat dock and a place to park. And it's private, and it's right at the end of the road, and it's less than a half a mile. It's amazing. I think $8 a month, I can do it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You don't have to go set up a GoFundMe for that?
No, and I'll tell you, we were in the lower price range of the homes in this community. If you had a big house, which we weren't interested in a big house, but there are millionaires living in this community that have $1 million homes on the lake with a boat slip off their property. But you pay dearly for that. We do not have lake access touching the property, but we do have a lake view. And that view is going to get better after I do a little bit of work. So I'm excited about that. There are also some other things about the house we'd like to show you. Let's take a walk.
Let's go.
Okay, so still in the garage area, Walking over here to the side, this is a neat little space over here. You have a man door here to go in the garage.
And there's lots of windows in this garage,
yeah,
too.
Lots of windows.
Which is nice.
You can see we got our Jeep in there. And
what all are we going to try to fit in here?
Well, we have a pontoon boat we need to bring up from Florida. It's a small one, 18 foot. And then we have a little enclosed trailer, 6x12, but it might fit in this area right here. This is a covered area.
I don't know.
It's concreted.
It'll be interesting to see if that is high enough.
Oh, I think that'll fit inside if we want it inside.
I meant here.
Oh, here. It may not be because I can touch it.
Yeah, I don't think that'll be high enough for that.
Yeah, so inside, it might go inside.
You might could put the Jeep here.
The Jeep would fit here, but I think the Jeep and the motorcycle, everything will fit in there.
We'll see. I mean, whew, a lot of stuff
What I like was this door, because when our realtor did the showing, she didn't have access to the space because it was locked. But look at this. It's got floor tiles, and the seller left some extra floor tiles so we can finish this up. And it's an enclosed space with a window. You could even air condition this little space.
Shelves.
And look at the nice shelves.
You know what I want to do with these shelves?
What's that?
I want to start doing my eBay again. So maybe we could get some storage units. This would be perfect to store my totes.
Yeah.
And I could get back into eBay because I had to stop doing that.
You know what these shelves remind me of?
What?
What do you think? Take a guess.
Where have I seen shelves like this before?
Yes.
At the ranch.
At Jeremy's ranch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
They got a whole bunch of these shelves.
These are perfect for the totes.
They are, because, we only have 2 here, but we can build more. And it's a smaller space, but we don't sell on the scale that Jeremy sells. But this is great for us. Yeah,
I've never had the shelves before. When I had the inventory before, I had it stacked in a 3rd bedroom, and it was a lot of shuffling around. So this is like,
yeah.
I'm excited because I love to resell.
Yeah, there's
shopping for treasures.
And you can see the house there through the window. You ready to take a walk over there?
Maybe.
There's more. One.
So what is so special about this house that made it pop out for you while we were in Alaska and you were looking online and you decided you just had to have it? I know the workshop was one of the things, and being near a lake was another thing, but what was the third thing?
Actually, the first thing was Southeast Tennessee region.
True.
Because of the towns around it and access to 24 and 75. It just gave us access to a lot of places for adventure.
And being near a base, you said you
wanted? Yeah, and there's a base nearby, and that's great. So outside of all that, I thought if it had to have a house, then it needed to be small, and a log cabin would be cute. I thought we could make a log cabin a lakefront property.
So you found this log cabin.
It's cute. I like it.
Are you guys ready to go inside and see it?
I am. Let's go.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Can you handle it?
I can handle it.
Okay. I'm going to take my little shoes off.
There's a lot of wood, so for those of you that don't like wood, this might not be your thing.
And a fireplace, too.
Yeah. It's neat.
Look at these high ceilings.
Pretty neat. So I don't remember the square footage on this. I think it's around 900 square feet. It's small.
Yeah, it is.
Perfect.
Yep.
Because we don't have a bunch of kids and we're not expecting a bunch of visitors. But if we do have a guest on occasion, this can accommodate that.
Sure. And we have lots of projects.
This house is turned a little funny, I think. It's a little quirky in the way that it doesn't really face the road. It doesn't have a traditional front door. So it has this, I guess you'd call it a side door in relation to the road. And then you have a back porch door right there in the viewer. And that's it. So the face is the end of the house that faces the road. It's different.
But the neat thing is,
Look at this kitchen.
the kitchen is small.
It is.
And there's some things.
It's dated.
It is dated.
So I don't mind that.
So there's some projects.
There's some projects. All the appliances work. So as the appliances break, we may upgrade them. Like we can see that the microwave is more modern than the stove and the fridge. So when the stove and fridge should fail, we'll use them until they expire their lifetime. But once they fail, then we can upgrade and match the microwave.
Yeah, it probably got replaced in the dishwasher as well when they went out.
So it kind of looks like a big tiki bar. If you look at it, it has the sun shining in all the windows.
Don't be coming over here trying to order some drinks.
Look at this, and it's got the loft up there that can work as a second or third bedroom.
I got so many ideas.
Yeah, I know. So many ideas.
You know what I think would be cool?
What's that?
If you put a triangle of windows over here so that you could just look out from the loft and see the woods.
Replace those windows with a triangle window?
Yeah, like a big triangle of windows.
Yeah.
There's so many neat things I could see to do in here. Look at this old stove.
I like the cedar shake accent. That's neat. And you got it over here too on the staircase. It looks like a tiki bar. I think if we finish this roof with tiki, we could have a tiki bar kitchen.
You're adamant about that. You gonna give me a grass skirt and a coconut bra too?
I can do that too. There you go.
Look, check out this old stove. It's been a while since I've seen one of those and it still works.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. But, you know, another thing I'd like to do eventually, I think if you changed all these little handles into something more custom cabiny, that would be cool. Y'all got ideas?
Maybe
drop them in the comments.
More lakey.
Yeah.
Lake decor is what we're looking for here.
Is it?
I think so.
Lake and cabin-esque?
Yes, and tiki. With a flair of tiki. Not too much tiki.
But yeah.
But there's lots of space
to
for
be
a small
done.
kitchen. It's really a one-room cabin with a couple extra rooms.
And these little duckies, they got to go.
Yeah, they're dated, so we're going to work on that. Maybe some black backsplash tile or something will look good there. There's lots of plugs. If you notice, there's plugs. And because you can't go through the logs, now these are prefab logs. They're flat on one side.
There's a crazy amount of plugs in here.
Yeah, there's crazy amounts of plugs, but they're all in the floor.
Plug it in, plug it in.
And you know, I like this floor.
Yeah.
I call it click vinyl, but it's a snap together wood look vinyl. And I like it because it's durable. You can come, it can get wet and get moisture, it can take it.
It's nice, and I like that
it really complements the room
light
well.
in color.
It's light in color.
I wouldn't want dark.
And it looks old school.
Another thing I'd like to do eventually is to replace these light fixtures because they seem strange to me.
Yeah, they
seem
do.
like
They look
outdoor.
like outdoor lights indoors. But remember, you can't run wire through the exterior walls of the log home. So we're going to have to, that light. We have to be a little creative with the lighting. But hey, that's part of putting your stamp on it. You know, make it yours.
And you could hang one of those deer antler chandeliers up there.
You mean and replace this one?
Yes, because that thing
is dated.
Gotta go.
It'll work for now.
Oh, of course. All in due time.
This is a table, a fold-up table we had in the back of the Jeep and some fold-up chairs. So this is our dining room table.
Yeah, you know what? We don't own anything.
We
sold all our stuff to live in an RV, and we don't even have a bed. We don't have couches. We don't have much.
We had to pull the bed from the RV to sleep on the floor.
And that was awful.
So we are in hot needs of a bed.
Yeah, that's like number one on the priority list.
Yeah, so we'll be looking.
Yeah, we don't have anything.
But we want a bargain shop. We're not looking to run out to the store and Lowe's and Home Depot and buy up a bunch of stuff and spend a bunch of money. We're looking to go auction warehouse shopping,
yard
thrift
sales,
stores, yard sales, and we'll take our time. If we're on the floor for a couple weeks, we're on the floor for a couple weeks.
I'll be on the hunt for treasures at a bargain price.
Marketplace is a good place to find used furniture. We'll probably get a new mattress, but we can get an old bed.
This has got to go too.
Yeah. So
Woo!
the kitchen is dated and the bathroom is dated, but didn't care. This is the little laundry room. We'll spare you the mess. But remember the washer and dryer that was in the RV? It's in here.
It's very little. I think the only thing you could fit in there is a stackable.
Yeah. So there's a hot water heater tank in there. And this is under the staircase. So it's very small. So it would only take a stackable washer dryer, not a full-size one. But we have ours in there doing clothes right now.
Are you sure you're ready for the color of this bathroom?
Yeah, the bathroom's kind of terrible. But there's good and bad, so let's see the bad.
It's pretty bad.
Again, I like the ceiling.
Oh, yeah.
Rustic look.
Whoop. That's kind of loud, but there's a little bit more light.
Yeah. And the lighting, again, is a little weird.
Yeah, all the lighting is going to need to be updated. This will need to be updated eventually.
The good thing about updating this stuff, like,
is it's small.
It's small. It's not going to cost you too much to do it.
Right.
The cabinets are in good shape. And it's just a standard insert shower and tub.
Nothing fancy,
combo,
but
nothing
everything
fancy.
works.
Everything works. There's hot water. The toilet flushes. These old registers in the floor. Like, we like this old style. So we might try to find some of those and replace the other ones with that. And here's a secondary bedroom. It's small. It's maybe 10 by 12 or something. They all have a closet, small space. This one has wooden bunks built in.
Yeah, pretty sturdy too.
Yeah, it's sturdy.
So, is this where I'll be sleeping?
If you're bad, this will be your doghouse.
It's a pretty nice doghouse.
It's not bad. Where's my doghouse?
Out in that workshop.
All right, now we're talking.
Or in the treehouse.
Yeah, there's a little treehouse, or the beginning of one.
So I think maybe I could set up a little office or something in here.
This could be an office. We could be doing our lives from this room.
I could put a little desk under here.
Yeah.
Maybe use this for storage. I don't know.
And here's your electric panel for you guys that might want to see this, because this was something I asked the realtor to get a picture of, and I wanted her to pull the panel off, but she didn't. But she didn't really have to. What I wanted to know is how dated is this panel, and is there room for expansion? And there is. And these are the newer breakers with the it shows you the red when it trips. So you can see there's plenty of space here, because I want to run a service wire over to the garage. The garage is not wired. Right now it's running on an extension cord. So
and
that's
color,
one of my things I want to do.
This color's got to go too.
Yeah. I'd like to paint a mural on there, maybe a lake.
A mural?
A mural with a picture of a lake and some trees. And
I think that would be cool to do in the bathroom as well.
Yeah.
But it would be neat. And
maybe if those artists are out there and want to do some finger painting on the walls.
Finger painting? No. I could finger paint. I want someone who could do something pretty.
Okay. I don't know anything about painting. That's why that's not me.
It would look terrible if I did it.
So this would be the primary room or master bedroom.
Yeah, the loft is actually bigger, but since this is on the first floor and the bathroom's here, I think we'll make this our bedroom.
Yeah, so I'd rather keep the master down here, because you're right across from the bathroom. There's not an ensuite. Remember, this is a cabin. It's a lake property.
And as you can see, this is our bed from the RV.
From the RV.
The mattress in the RV is horrible anyway.
Right.
Tiffin could really do a better job and give a good mattress. So we need a new mattress for the RV, but we also need a bed for in here. And I think this felt even worse in here on the wooden floor than in the RV. So last night was not too comfy.
Yeah, I slept pretty good. But.
Well, you always do.
So we need to get some curtain window treatments.
Yeah, got my fancy sheet up right now.
That's Teresa's sheet, so she threw it up there to block the light.
Yeah, we don't even have curtains up in this joint.
Yeah, there's not much here.
So.
And again, some funky lighting. They got spotlights up there.
And that's got to go too.
Oh yeah, this wall.
This wallpaper.
Yeah.
It's no bueno.
I love all the wood.
But you know what's funny too? For
What's
this
that?
tiny little room, look how many outlets
Yeah, there's outlets everywhere.
There's like 4 sets of outlets around here.
There's outlets that pop up. There's a register and there's another outlet.
Here's an outlet.
And you know what I also like about all of this though? There's another outlet there.
And there's an outlet there.
And one over there. What I like about everything going through the floor is that it's all in the crawl space, and the crawl space is like 3 feet on one end and 10 feet on the other end.
Easy access.
So it's very easy. If you need to replace a wire, trace a wire, pull a wire, it's so easy. Of course,
you might need some knee pads.
Yeah, for some parts of the house, it's narrow. So it's on a hill. So one side of the house is a lower crawl space, and the other side you can stand up.
You know what you're going to need to get?
What?
One of those Olight lamps.
Olight headlamp.
That's what you're going to need to get, because that'll help you a lot down there.
It is.
Now, do we get to go upstairs?
Yeah, let's go upstairs.
Woohoo!
I think some people will like the upstairs. And this would be probably where our guests would want to stay. So we do want to get a secondary bed at some point.
I don't really like the color of this carpet, so at some point that's going to go too, but that's really low on the priority list.
Yeah.
I can tell you that it feels very cushiony. So
yeah, it is very soft.
That's nice.
Plush, and it's in good shape. So I don't see a rush to replace.
And this was another thing you liked about.
Yeah, the cedar shape. And I like the open space to the rafters. I just love all the wood.
I know.
It's like a one-room cabin with a couple of side bedrooms. It's perfect. And we don't like the color of the outside of the house, but again, some paint.
Yeah, that's going to be another redo.
Not a priority.
Not high on the list. Well, it's high on the list of my mind.
Yeah.
This is pretty big up here.
It is a big space.
And the windows need to be replaced. That's a huge project that's going to have to be done.
Yeah, you can see these windows looks like the gas has evaporated.
Yeah, they lost their charge.
So we are going to look at getting some windows quoted. I think there's only 12 in the whole cabin.
That's a good thing, because they all need to be replaced. And again, we don't have curtains yet, and we got a funky light fixture there.
Yeah.
You want to know the funniest thing I see here? This is the only ceiling fan in this house.
Yeah.
But look, it can't even run.
Yeah, it hits the rafter
right there. So it's going to have to be brought up.
Yeah, so we need a shorter extension there. That's an easy fix.
And then
they have a curtain.
They had a little curtain there.
But we don't need that.
And then here you have a huge
closet. Here's one of the closets.
It's pretty big.
There's a light in there.
How pretty is that? I love all the wood.
A lot of space. And they do have a coax cable running up here. All the rooms have coax cable coming up. The former owners had Spectrum cable service, and that seems to be what everybody has here. It's not, it's a cable, it's a hardline cable, high-speed internet / Wi-Fi TV service. So it's good, because out here there's a lot of trees, so I don't know if a satellite would work real well. So, and we've already ordered the Spectrum system. We've not yet set it up, but you can see it down there on the table. I've got it all ready to go.
Look at this. Now, if you had that triangle of windows right there,
yeah, how pretty would that be?
You'd be looking right out into the trees, and you'd feel like you were right out in there.
Yeah.
I think when they come to
we'll have to see if that's something
price the windows,
if they can put a big triangle window right there.
And I'm going to have to get a huge duster, because there's all kinds of cobwebs. That's going to be fun. We need big ladders. So look, you can look down into the kitchen.
Yep. And before you ask, there's no glass windows in those squares. It's just open space.
So if I was up here and I needed a drink, you could just do it on a little dummy waiter?
I could put a pail on a rope and lower it down.
Amazing. This might be my she cave.
Oh, your she cave.
Yeah.
Throw up a beanbag chair and...
I want one of those huge
Read or do
beanbag
some
chairs.
editing.
That would be great.
So you'll go from hating editing to loving editing?
Yeah, I'll be in my big beanbag. That's going to be great.
Let's check out this back porch.
Do some yoga.
Back porch is really neat too.
And look at this. I love this stone fireplace.
Yes, and it's originally a wood stove, and they do have the wood grates out there in the garage. But someone's placed a gas insert, runs on propane. You just bring the bottle in here and you hook up the propane bottle. Doesn't have an outside propane tank. So we don't know what we're going to do with this yet. We've thought about a wood stove. We've thought about leaving it. So right now we're just going to leave it.
Look at a mantle.
Yeah, nice wooden mantle.
You know what this means? This means at Christmas time,
You can hang stockings.
I can hang my stocking here and you can fill it up.
That's it. I love the rock fireplace.
Love,
against
love,
the logs.
love.
It looks beautiful.
You ready?
All right, I'm ready.
This is so cool.
So this is on the back porch.
I'm going to spend a lot of time out here.
Yeah.
And you can just hear all the birds. Last night was so loud with all the
Crickets
cicadas and
and
crickets
and all that. Yeah.
It was great.
Pretty wooded. Now the lake is in this direction. And at certain angles you can see it, but there's a lot of vegetation. What I want to do is come in here and clean up. We're about 15 feet off the ground back here. What I want to do is clean this up, clean up the underbrush, and trim the lower limbs so that you can get a clear shot of the water through here. And in the fall, I'm told you can see the water. So yeah, there needs to be some tree trimming. I think some of these trees are a little overgrown, and
Does
they're
that
causing.
mean we got to get a chainsaw again since
Yeah,
we sold ours?
we don't need a big one though. We can get a small one, a trim saw. So this is also the outside decking area. You can see the wood's kind of weathered, but it's a little deceiving. As you walk on it, it's not giving way or anything. It's just, you know, it rains here a lot. It rains a whole lot. So the rain coming off the trees and then it's soaking into the wood, so it just gives it a weathered look.
Certainly could use a paint job if nothing else.
Eventually, I'd like to Trex this whole deck.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Well, it's not, again, an immediate top of the list need.
You want to come down here?
Yeah, let me grab my shoes real quick. So this was a little doggy pen. They had them all gated off so the dog could run inside this fence. We're going to pull this fence up.
Yeah, it's a little too big for my pet rock. He'll get lost.
We don't have a dog yet. So.
But I have a yet? Is that what you said? Oh, are you going to be on the internet later looking for a doggy?
It's on the list, but it's low on the list.
When Brett gets on that internet, who knows what we're going to end up with?
Yeah, you might end up with a house.
I tell y'all, I for sure thought we were going to go a year or two before buying a property. I was floored to find out we were going to be doing this soon.
Yeah, it was a little, we would have kept a lot more stuff, wouldn't we?
Yeah. Like, I keep thinking, I wish I would have kept this. I wish I would have kept that.
So all of this is dated and needs replaced, but none of it's in danger of stepping through. It's all pretty firm. It just really looks rough. The cedar tree here needs to be cut back a little bit. It's a little gnarly.
A little bit.
And this gum tree here needs, they got, what is that? Something's in the tree right here.
It's a bird feeder.
Oh, it's a bird feeder, but you can't even see it. So yes, we got to do some trimming on this tree.
We got some work to do.
And here's how you go underneath the house here. I'll just poke the camera in here real quick, but there's a lot of space, so you can see the drop off.
That looks messy.
And if you look to the left, this door right here, whoop, right there, you can pull that panel and go under the house. So you can access all these wires.
And your plumbing.
And your plumbing. So nothing's in the walls. It's going to make it real handy to, you know, to maintain and upgrade or fix something. So this is a secondary driveway. We were told that this was a road at one point, but it comes off the road here and comes to the back of the house. And the previous owner, we actually met them and talked for a while. Very nice gentleman. He would pull his cars over here, wash them because it was shady.
And they used to have a shed right here.
Yeah, they had a shed here, but he took the shed.
So check out this little tree house.
And he started the tree house. It's not finished, but it's cute. And over there was a burn pit. He was burning some stuff over there.
Ooh, we can make a nice...
I think we can make a nice burn pit right there.
Yeah.
There's the back of the garage. You can see it's got an incline. So what I want to do here is put in some stone steps maybe going up right there. Oh, he left his gloves.
That's for you to get to work. Those are your work gloves.
Is that my work gloves?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might need them.
It's a sign.
So we'll clean this up, make this a little burn pit area.
Yeah, this will be nice.
Yeah, and it's shaded.
Where you can make your s'mores.
Right there. So the lake is back in this area. You might be able to catch a glimpse of it through the trees at the right angle.
I don't know. It's pretty lush right now.
It's pretty lush and heavily vegetated at the moment. This would make a good deer stand.
A good what?
A deer stand.
Hey, you better leave our little deer alone.
You can't shoot, but maybe you can bow and arrow.
You better leave our little deer alone. They're so cute.
So you can see all the thick vegetation here. And I currently cannot see the water. I have seen the water, but I don't see it right now. But I think if we cleared some of this lower vegetation and trim these lower limbs up, I think you'd be able to see the lake.
Make a nice little sitting area.
Yeah. Pretty neat.
Yeah.
Pull some chairs out here.
I got so many ideas.
Yeah. You can do a lot with this property.
However, we'll have to pace ourselves because I didn't hit the lottery yet.
Yeah, I know. We got to do everything on a budget.
That's right. Bargain shopping. Listen to the birdies.
So believe it or not, this is one of the more level lots in this community. And it's not level at all, but it's more level than most.
That's true.
That slope has it's about 5 feet from where we stand to the top of that hill, I think.
We don't even have a lawnmower.
Nope, that's on the top of my list.
Weed eater, lawnmower. Yeah. And you thought you got away from gum trees.
Yeah, there's a lot of gum trees.
We should put some crepe myrtle in.
Yeah, we definitely see a lot of crepe myrtles. And you can see the property really drops off here. Drops off down toward the lake.
Better watch out for that poison ivy.
Yep. There's some overgrowth, but it's not as bad as Florida. Do you remember how overgrown Florida was when we were expanding the campground with all those vines?
Those grapevines were a nightmare.
Terrible.
I thought I'd never clear out what we did. I wish we would have done before and after footage of that.
Yeah.
That was spectacular difference.
The grass here looks nice, and everybody keeps their yards really nice.
Can you believe this azalea bush over here? I've never seen one so huge. This is one plant.
I didn't even know they got that big.
How old do you think this is?
It's old.
Look how far it goes that way.
And it's got some briar mixed in there. We're going to have to get in there and trim it out.
This is going to be a heck of a job in itself. I think it's kind of the only plant in the yard.
Yeah.
But it's huge, and it's one plant. I've never seen one so large.
Would you say it's Marla huge?
So now what I am doing is going through the RV and taking out almost everything that's in here. I still got some work to do, and just bringing it all into the house for now. Because now that we've purchased a place, when we go back down to Florida, we had other business to attend to, but now we'll be packing up our stuff that's down there, which isn't a whole lot compared to what most people have, because again, we got rid of pretty much everything. So we're going to get this as empty as possible. That way we can pack as much as possible to bring back. So I'm trying to get this bare bones. Brett's in there on the phone, taking care of all the hookup stuff with Spectrum. So I'm going to continue to pack up in here and truck stuff to the house. So we got a busy couple of days before we hit the road again, and Florida is going to be some fun and now some work. But we'll always keep you posted. I tell you what, these cubes have come in so handy in the RV. And now I'm going to be using them as boxes to take stuff back and forth to the house. So I don't really have many things to use, and I'll be using these bags. So we try to make use of everything we have so I don't have to go around town and collect more boxes, since we're a little bit tied for time now. Everything's been a rush trying to get all this to fit together and make it happen. So that's today's challenge, is to get all the extra stuff and just take the bare minimum back to Florida with us. Now fun, trucking it all to the house. Way too much stuff. Pretty hot out here. I think I'm in Florida. My goodness, it is humid out, y'all. It really does feel like Florida. This summer is nuts. I wish I was still in Alaska. These bags work so good to hustle all this stuff in. I can't believe how empty this place is going to be. It feels so weird doing this. Here's what's really going to be fun to clean out. This is one of the things I think is a little bit too hard to lift, especially by yourself, to get stuff out. I think they should have put a little bar in here, some shocks that hold it up. But these couch cushions, we didn't ever use. We kept them in here the whole time. So that's a good amount of space that you can use for other stuff. So we're definitely going to leave those here. Normally what we have under here is just the vacuum pieces and the Swiffer pieces. So we're definitely trying to maximize our space so we don't have to make too many trips back and forth from Florida. We're getting there. Now under here, as you can see, things got a little crazy with the Alaska Drive. So I'm going to be pulling most of this out for more space. And you know what these cushions come in good for? So you can sit here and clean out your cabinets. I finally found a good use. We're going to be riding back empty